Hi everyone, weekly stock market update. Not such a happy week actually this week, particularly with the wobbles on Wednesday and Thursday. So let's deep dive into what this looks like. Okay, overvaluation, that's price earnings ratios. Each one of those is the share price compared to profitability. It doesn't look good. Energy and banks are the only two which look good, which equally when I asked AI, what would do well in quantitative easing, it said those two sectors. So that's interesting. Performance actually not bad at all. Everything other than tech for a change. So some of the money coming out of tech going into those. We'll take a look more deeply at the stocks, which are the bellwethers and what direction and what clues they're giving us about the markets in a second. This is price earnings growth ratios. And again, as you can see from these, everything's expensive. Okay. The NASDAQ is up 32% so far this year. Now, if you're just tracking the NASDAQ, then your pension is up 32%, which is why I buy American stocks. S&P 500 up 11%. The UK market so far this year only up 7%, which is pretty rubbish, isn't it? Come on, you Brits, get a move on. S&P 500, despite Wednesday and Thursday's pullback, still roaring ahead. So, well, I've got to take that into consideration. Now, this momentum indicator, which is the blue dotted line, flat to rising, and that should move smoothly upwards, and that means that should move into an all-time high some point later this year, I would have thought. That's the way things are at the moment. The FTSE overbought. This suggests it's going to fall further. That's a measure of momentum, so's that suggests it's going to continue falling. Now, Apple. Bellwether, as you can see what the banks think, that's all listed down here. And by the way, don't forget to do all of this. Don't forget alpeshpatel.com/links, subscribe, like, share, and everything else. Now, that's already here. Could that fall all the way down here? Of course it could. Of course it could. It'd still be in an upward channel, but it could have a bit of a fall. Will it fall that far? I doubt it. Will it continue on this upward trend? Probably, but it's going to have a few wobbles, especially because the momentum is near the signal line, and that usually means a bit of a sell-off before it goes back up again. And you can see on the weekly stochastic, it's overbought, and that should fall off. So you might get another week of profit taking, and that'll make people scared. Is this the end of it? And how do you decide what to do? Well, if you're risk averse, you sell all. If you're risk neutral, you might say if it drops 10%, I'll sell 10%. If it drops 20%, I'll sell 20%. Work out how much you want to sell based on how much risk you're willing to take, but don't trade your investments. And if you're risk loving like I am, you just hold on, and that's fine. It's an investment. So would I trade it? Yeah, if I'm trading. Would I invest? Well, if I'm investing, I hold it and I don't keep juggling around with it because I think it's perfectly fine. Let me explain what these charts look like. Okay, what this is what the analysts on average think it'll reach. That's the current price in blue. White is what the analysts think it'll reach. That means it gives you a return potential of 1.2% if all the analysts on average were correct, and the high is the highest, right? So Alphabet broken out of that downward trend, shooting upwards. The momentum, ample room to move up. That will hit an all-time high. Will it go up in a straight line? No, you can see some profit taking already. What should you do? Well, if I could see into the future, I'd tell you, you should double down or you should sell all. If I could see into the future, which I can't, which is why I first say, what's my risk appetite and what's my objective? Am I investing? And yes, is my risk appetite risk neutral to risk loving? Yeah. So in which case, do nothing. Okay, it's that simple. Alphabet, there's the data on it. Microsoft, upward channel. Could that fall all the way there? Would people panic? Yeah, but it would still be in an upward channel. So if you're risk averse, you would start selling, say, 10%. If it drops 5% or 10%, sell another 20% if it drops 20%, and so on. If you're totally risk averse, you'd sell all of it because you're risk averse. And if you're risk neutral to risk loving, you'd say, well, that's fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm still going to keep an eye on it and watch Alpesh's weekly updates, and then I'll know where I stand. And there you go. There's the data on it. Amazon, massive. I mean, this has been fantastic. I was talking to a friend of mine who said, oh, I stopped investing because it was too distracting at the start of this year. And I said, well, you just missed 33% rise on NASDAQ. How's that going for you? What a stupid thing to do. Absolutely idiotic, just at the point when everything just shoots up. You can see the blue signal line dropping and then starting to rise. Amazon's over there. That's the data. So that bit's positive. Whoops. Disney, Nvidia. What has she done? She's sort of forgotten those. She's not having a good time. Tesla. Okay. Downward trend. And you can see that it's likely to continue upwards, and the MACD flat to rising. So that one looks more attractive again. And you can see the data there. And Meta, you can see V-shaped recovery. All looks good. But would you get some pullbacks? Yeah. Is that going to panic and scare people? Yes. So again, what's your risk appetite? What's your investment horizon? And then keep calm. I like flowcharts because they stop me overthinking. Chipotle, AI play, as well as a restaurant, all fine, still holding it. If you're risk averse, you might sell some of it. If you're risk loving, you keep holding for now. There's Chipotle, and those are the numbers. ServiceNow, another one that I own and like. That's, by the way, what the brokers are doing. And you can see similar story to the others. Okay, happy? Don't forget to look at campaignforamillion.com because it's phenomenal. Been helping a lot of people with their pensions, SIPs, ISAs, and the like. Have a look at alpeshpatel.com/links. Get in touch with me if you need to as well. It's all under alpeshpatel.com/links. My pension is in US stocks. NASDAQ's up 33%. I'm not worried. If I was just looking at UK companies, I'd be suicidal. And I'm fed up with IFAs, as I've always said, letting people down, individual financial advisors, and most people's pensions this year will probably be down still. Okay, I'm afraid. So I'm glad I don't listen to those people. Get in touch if you want to. Thank you very much.